Recently, NG Models has released the 787-8 Dreamliner mode. With great praise from the airline community, I'm going to review if the model is worth it and if the mode is a good mode. So without further ado, let's begin today's video. What is up, everybody? This is Hawaiian Air 2121. Today we're going to see if the NG Models Boeing 787-8 is worth it. As you can see over here, we have a Qatar Airways Boeing 787-8, and I believe this is one of their first releases of the 787-8 Dreamliner using their new mode. The first release was an American Airlines Boeing 787-8. I have the Gemini Jets version of that, so I passed on that. But this model over here is the Qatar Airways, as you can see by the box, and it is a very, very nice model. So without further ado, we're going to discuss why the model is so good and ultimately why I think NG might be placing the best 787-8 mode right now in the market. So to begin this video, some of you may be wondering where I'm filming this video. This is actually the Herper Models 1-500 Tom Bradley International Terminal in the Great Hall. I decided to build this kit, and I'm still building it because I will be doing LAX updates eventually, probably late summer of 2023. But anyway, starting with the model itself is absolutely fantastic. I think NG Models really put all their effort into 787. It paid off. There's just, I don't really have much to say other than it's fantastic. As we can see, we have a lot of detail with the cockpit windows, more detail than the Gemini Jets version. I'll show you guys that in a little bit, but as we can see, we have the L1 boarding door, One World's emblem, Qatar Airways titles, and just there's a lot of detail. As we can see, the wheels roll super smoothly. There's no issue whatsoever there, and I don't want to crash into the terminal right now, but as we can see, there's a lot of detail. We have the Dreamliner titles really big over there. Registration is A7-BCM, and the Qatar Airways tail right over here. The stabilizers are metal. That's really nice to see. And again, the wheels roll extremely nicely, which is really nice to see. On the other side of the model, again, there's nothing to disappoint. This is just a fantastic model. We have antennas right over here, and a lot of detail on these engines. I mean, the engines, I think, are almost see-through in a way. That if you could zoom in on these engines, you could see how much detail there is. There's a lot of details, proper height and everything, and it just looks fantastic, this model. I highly recommend the 787 by NG Models, the 787-8. The engine's on the back, perfect over here. The curve is perfect, and these wheels are really nice. They roll perfectly. Now if I raise the model up, just perfect. Nothing else to say other than that. You got a lot of wing flaps over here, which adds a lot of depth and detail to the model as well. And next we're going to compare this model with a Gemini Jet 787-8 and see which one is worth it. So over here is actually an American Airlines 787-8 by Gemini Jets. This happened to be NG's first version of the 787-8 mold that they made. And while this model is a pretty good model, there are some flaws to it which I would recommend the NG 787 for. First of all, the wheels are they don't roll the best. It kind of sounds like you're breaking the model in a way. Second of all, the coloring is a little off of the Gemini, but that's a different airline, so it doesn't really matter too much. But one thing I noticed was the engines for just the Gemini Jets engines don't have as much detail as the NG one. These are the Gemini Jets engines over here. Then these are the NG ones, and you could see at the NG one, minus the different airline kind of airline decals, there's a lot more detail on these engines as well. The wheels roll really nicely, and also I don't think the NG one is a cradle mode. The Gemini Jet's mode is actually, it's a seam in it, so you can see, I'm not sure if they fixed it over here or not, but you can see that seam over there. The Qatar Airways by NG Models does not have that one bit. We can see that it's perfect over here. There's so much detail over here, and it's not there one bit. And I like that a lot better than the Gemini Jet's mode. Again, Gemini has a pretty solid 787, but that's one of the reasons why I'd go with the NG. So over here, the two 787s minus the Spirit Airlines plane in the back. Sorry about that, but anyway, we could see that the NG version just has a lot more detail, and it looks really nice. There's a lot of detail with these engines as well. Another reason why I prefer the NG is because for some reason Gemini has refused to put any belly antennas on the planes that they make. Not sure if that's quality control or what, but lately I've been noticing that Airbus Boeing models, they don't do that anymore. NG models has antennas on the belly, and I just think that's a really nice approach. Quality control on the NG, this came in perfect condition. I've had some 787s, and I've seen some 787s by Gemini Jets that just look god-awful, unfortunately. The wings kind of fall apart. But it kind of comes down to price as well. Unfortunately, the NG one is a bit higher in price, but it's worth it in my opinion. I think that it's really nice, the NG 787. This model, this Qatar Airways 787, just shows how much detail there is. There's just so much detail with the model itself that it really shows, especially with just everything about the model. Looks really solid. So news of the channel is that unfortunately my semester is still here. It ends in 3 weeks and finals are coming up. So I probably won't be posting too many airport updates now, but once that ends, I will be posting more airport updates. And the first airport update that should come out, according to schedule, is JFK in late May. So I promised I would do a JFK airport update that will be part of my regular airport series. So that should be the first airport update. Also, LAX is coming, as you can see over here with the Great Hall. This is LAX over here. That will come later as well as Phoenix Sky Harbor airport updates and Newark Liberty International airport updates. So with that, please comment below which 787 mold you prefer, the Gemini one or the NG one, and if you would purchase the NG 787-8 or the the Gemini Jets 787-8. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you have a great day. This is Swiner2121 signing off. Thanks for watching.